Right, in this screencast we're going to look in a bit more depth at the collocations tool and show you some ways of retrieving more collocates with slightly rarer words. Our first search, as in the unit, is for tumble as a verb and all forms of tumble. So this is the lemma tumble, which we search for like this. The query will retrieve 836 hits in 505 different texts, and we know we've got it right because we've got all different forms here. Let's go straight to collocations. If you've got the default settings on, then you'll get a nice range of different words that collocate with tumble. Now what we're interested in is the words, well, nouns in fact, which are commonly subjects of tumble. Since subjects tend to occur before the verb, what we want to do is just look to the left, so from 3 left to 1 left. So we change this setting. We're also interested in nouns, so we can search for any noun. You could search in fact for any part of speech, but just nouns for now. That's what we're interested in. You can also search for a specific word. Right, so to change the settings, we submit changed parameters, and we'll notice here that now we have a list of candidate noun collocates. As mentioned in the unit, not all of these are necessarily subjects. If we look at washing, for example, we'll notice it's washing machine and tumble dryer, where tumble doesn't even seem to be a verb. All of these except for one, her washing tumbled around, are in fact spurious hits. Right, so that's one way of changing the parameters. Let's just show you a couple more things. Another word that was that's in the unit is crumble. Okay, one other thing. Before you do, if you're going to do several searches and you want the same kind of settings, it might be worth changing your user settings. On the user settings page, we have options for collocations. So you might want to change, for example, the statistic you use. Maybe you want to use mutual information all the time instead. You might want to change the frequency of the collocate or the minimum number of collocations. In this case, we'll change the collocation range because we know we want the same one for the next verb, and we update the settings and it's ready to go. So the other verb we were going to look at was crumble. Which isn't quite as common as tumble. Yeah, so we've got 525 hits. Let's go to the collocations and see what we get. And this time, when you come here, let's include the lemma information, and you'll see what this means shortly. So, we've got here a list of collocates. In fact, there appear to be just 49, which occur often enough. We've already got quite a few nouns here. Let's see what happens if we just focus on the nouns. We'll note as well here that it is 3 left to 1 left as we specified. So looking just for the nouns and submitting the change parameters, we get a list of just 4 candidates, of which one is apple crumble, where crumble really is more of a noun than a verb. So that's not even a very good collocate here. So we want to find ways, we'll look at ways of lengthening this list. First of all, we note that they have to co-occur at least 5 times. So if we change this, the co-occurrence frequency to 3, we should get a longer list, and hopefully they'll still be valid collocates too. Right, immediately it's longer, of course, and we notice that they also seem to be words which are collocates of crumble, although fruit's in there noticeably, like apple. Danger is an interesting one. Yes. Okay, instead of being the subject, it's in danger of crumbling. But actually that leads us to other things. So buildings are in danger of crumbling away, for example, might suggest that we could increase the span a bit, because buildings is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words to the left. So what we could do then is increase this to 5 left and get an even longer list. So this is one option to look for more collocates. Another one is to look for collocations on the lemma. So this means we look for all forms of the words that co-occur here. And let's see if this changes things at all. Okay, we have to go back to the beginning, but what we're interested in now is nouns. This is the code we need. We'll notice that many of the same ones, in fact, are collocates. But it's a different way, so let's just see. Yes, this is a good example. So we've got wall crumbled, but we've also got walls crumbling, walls, wall. It's both singular and plural forms. So that is quite a nice way of checking that, of getting more collocates